Game 5 of the Pioneer Valley tip-off tips off momentarily. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Josh Schreiber, alongside me, John Ruggiero, and we've got a big-time game coming up between the Taconic Thunder and the Westfield Bombers. Taconic is the reigning Division 5 state champions of Massachusetts, and Westfield's going to get a chance at redemption here against a very different Taconic team from last year.
Yeah, they sure are. Only 4 returners for Taconic off of that state championship team. So Westfield coming off of a season where they're only 2-18, lost to Taconic twice. So the Bombers looking for redemption here at the PVTO.
Starters for Taconic are Cesar Santos, Jarmal Sistrunk, Christian Matervich, Martin Boa, and Kyle McGrath. For Westfield, we've got Noah Delgado, Mario Tinsley Jr., Antonio Adams, Patrick Moore, and Kayvon Eddington. The tip is up. It is won by Westfield, and we are underway here from Jack Lehman Court in the Mullins Center. Kayvon Eddington operating the point for now. Now Mario Tinsley, our player to watch today for Westfield. That 3-ball top of the key misses short, and the Thunder with possession. It's Sistrunk organizing the offense. Getting a screen left. Pass over to Santos, back to Sistrunk. Santos and Sistrunk playing pass right now. They try to get it inside to Christian Matervich, and they put it in for 2.
Good job by Martin Boa to grab the rebound, put it in. First points of the game.
2-0 is the lead for Taconic. They bring out a zone press here. Westfield does get it over thanks to an athletic catch by Eddington. Now inside is Delgado. He misses. And Taconic in transition. Santos trying to take it himself, up and under with the lay. A beautiful finger roll to make it a 4-0 ball game.
Start there for Santos. Scored 4 against East Longmeadow, 2 already.
These teams played last season, as we're going to get a foul on the floor on, they're going to say it's on Antonio Adams of Westfield. He pushed off, offensive foul. These teams played last year, John, and we expect this game to go a little bit differently, but it was 95-38 last year, just an absolute rout. What does Westfield have to do here as they're trying to push it inside to McGrath? He misses. Santos gets it, and then it's Matervich who puts it in for 2, timeout, Westfield. But as I was saying before Taconic scored, what does Westfield have to do now to, make this game much closer than it was last season?
Well, I think just get the ball to their leading scorers. That would be Mario Tinsley and Patrick Moore. And, of course, keep key guys like Jarmal Sistrunk off the board for Taconic. But you said it, Josh, 2 very different teams coming into this game. So it's going to be a struggle for Westfield. They're 1-1 on the year. Taconic searching for their first victory. So the Thunder are hungry coming off of that state championship. So we should be in for a good one.
And Taconic coming off of a loss at East Longmeadow in their first game of the season. That was a 43-41 defeat. Not exactly the start to the season you would have exactly expected, especially coming off really a historic season. Taconic winning their first state championship. They were declared co-champions the 2020 season. As that 3-pointers missed, rebound now by Adams, but stolen away by Santos. But in that 2020 season, Taconic beat Wayland, my former high school, in the state semifinals, and then the finals were canceled due to COVID, so they finally got to officially get their state championship last season as Martin Boa puts it in for 2. 8-0 is the lead. Santos knocks it away with the help of Sistrunk.
Very slow start for Westfield. No points, almost 3 minutes into the first quarter. Timeout seems to not have helped.
Pass inside, it's Sistrunk with the right-handed lay-in. And we've got a Westfield Bomber slow to get up, but walking off on his own power. It's Mario Tinsley Jr., the elite scorer.
Seems to be favoring one of his legs, limping, perhaps his left ankle. That would be a huge loss for Westfield if he is not able to recover.
And just seems frustrated right now, averaging 19.5 points per game. And although it was an ugly game last year against Taconic, Mario Tinsley Jr. still did score 17 of their 38 points, as that one's stolen away by the Thunder. What a finish, or an attempt to finish, by Cesar Santos, as he jumped up, brought the ball all the way around, and then tried to lay it in, got fouled. He'll shoot 2 at the line.
We've seen him get up there a couple of times. He is a football wide receiver, so not surprised to see him up in the air.
An extremely athletic backcourt here for Taconic, as the first free throw, no good. Silence in the Mulliton Center for these free throws. Santos goes 1 for 2 at the line, extending the lead to 11-0. And the Bombers still searching for their first points of the day. And Santos again comes away with the steal, going up for the layup, and gets contested, make that, and there's a foul on the offensive rebound. It's going to be Christian Matervich shooting 2 at the line.
This is playing out a lot like the game we just saw, Pittsfield versus Westfield girls. Taconic playing a similar full court press, not allowing Westfield to get on the board.
Matervich makes his first free throw attempt. Already for Taconic, 4 steals, 3 of them coming from Santos. The second free throw is missed, and then we're going to get a foul on the rebound attempt. That foul will be on Taconic's number 15, Kyle McGrath. Still 12-0 in favor of the Thunder. Westfield 3 minutes in, no points for them. Trying to break the press, which has really caused them fits. It's a very athletic Taconic team, and a defensive sound one as well. As that one knocked out of bounds, it will still be Westfield ball.
Sistrunk almost able to complete the steal there, just ran out of room.
Inbounding for Westfield is Antonio Adams. Finds Anthony Sanchez. Sanchez, a freshman. Now inside to Delgado, who traveled. And nothing going the right way for the Bombers.
Another turnover. Numerous so far.
Matervich taking it himself. Pump fakes, puts up a floater, no good. Rebound by Boa. Boa will create a new possession. And now Sistrunk with the floater, it falls.
Incredible speed to get around Anthony Sanchez. Sanchez wasn't ready for it. Great floater for 2 points.
Adams right in front of us gets it stolen momentarily by Sistrunk, but the ball goes out of bounds. Last off of Sistrunk. Westfield ball. As number 20 for the Bombers, Juan Oliva, will check in. Still on the bench is Mario Tinsley.
Oliva, football player himself. Lots of football players. Colin Cusack, another one for Westfield.
Westfield does inbound it, finding Anthony Sanchez way back in the backcourt. And a nice crossover move between the legs. Now a pass to Bargatti, and he gets fouled on the floor.
Sanchez putting his own moves on Sistrunk after Sistrunk made a nice play the possession before.
You see why the freshman Sanchez is a varsity basketball player. That elite handle, as he'll get it to Delgado. That pass thrown away, and Santos has his 4th foul of the first quarter with still 3.5 to play. Then gets fouled on his way to the hoop. They'll inbound it right in front of us.
Delgado taking a seat after a poor turnover. Still no points for Westfield.
So it's Sistrunk with Oliva on him. Patrick Moore back in the game for Westfield. Their second leading scorer, averaging 18 per game. Santos driving inside, wild layup, no good. Offensive rebound by Taconic. That doesn't fall either. Nice job on the boards by number 33, Luke Murphy. And it's Jason Felix with the ball. Back over to Moore, finds Sanchez. Sanchez driving inside, trying to finish with the left. He is a lefty, but it doesn't fall.
Sanchez, only a freshman, getting key playing time here.
And having to try to guard Santos. What a move into the bucket for 2.
So lethal with those moves. Just can't stop it.
He is an incredibly shifty guard. Will go up with anyone as that pass knocked away by Matervich. Another steal for Taconic, and they have a 16-0 lead. That one almost thrown away, but saved by the Thunder. Sanchez comes away with it in transition. Euro step, no good. He airballed it and gets his own rebound. That should have been a travel, but they don't call it, and now a foul on the floor.
It was Elijah Harewood that kept that ball in bounds right in front of the Westfield bench there, allowing this possession.
Now an inbounds play in front of Taconic's bench for Westfield. Sanchez over to Bargatti, into Patrick Moore. Now the lay-in from Oliva does not fall, and some frustration building for the Bombers as it's Taconic in transition. That pass tipped away, but found by Sistrunk. Back out to Santos, they'll reset. 3-pointer falls. Elijah Harewood, the aforementioned.
Yeah, first points of the day for him. But that was Westfield's probably best look of the game so far, with Oliva going to the hoop, just couldn't cash in. Stuck in their backcourt now.
Bargatti gets trapped but finds Moore. Moore bounce pass to Oliva, another layup attempt, and he will get fouled and will shoot 2 free ones at the line.
Oliva, one of many seniors on this Westfield team, trying to lead his team to their first points of the day.
Yeah, he is one of 8 seniors on the team as he makes the first. And finally, the scoring drought is over. Almost 7 minutes into the game, 6:44, or 6:40. Can't do math right now. 6:38 into the game.
There you go.
And he banks the second one home. Westfield bringing out the full court press. It's Matervich, 3-on-1. Passes it to Harewood, who lays it in for 2.
Westfield player went down. No foul. They allowed them to play on.
And knocked away again by Harewood. Passes up the floor. Quentin Christopher had it. Harewood for 3 again. Banks it home. Bank is open here on Saturday evening.
Make that 8 points for Harewood.
Westfield finally breaks the press pretty easily, but a travel violation called on Bargatti, who got the ball stuck on his right hip. 24-2 with 36.4 seconds left in the first quarter. 1 second will separate the shot and game clock. We'll see if Taconic tries to hold for last possession. No, they'll turn it over. More up to Sanchez. Sanchez has a 3-on-3. Inside to Oliva. Tough layup, no good. Those are just not falling for him. And Sanchez forces a turnover. 14 seconds left in the quarter. They're going to hold. Sanchez now, and they're going to say he traveled before he put the ball on the ground. So Taconic will have 5.4 seconds.
Tough way to end the quarter for Westfield.
Just 2 points for them, 24-2. Taconic now, a shot opportunity, still 2 seconds left. The shot goes up and no good off the backboard from Nate Reynolds. But Taconic is totally okay with that. They have about as good of a first quarter as they ever could have asked for. They lead 24-2 going into the second period.
Yeah, we thought this would play out a little bit differently as it compared to as it did last year between these two teams, but anything but that, if not worse for Westfield, already down 22 going into the second frame.
And Westfield, since we have such short stoppages, we'll keep it right here, but Westfield already with 10 turnovers on the game, John, compared to Taconic's 2. I mean, it has just created the easiest opportunities for Taconic on offense.
It sure has, and those turnovers are courtesy the full court press, as we mentioned, that these teams have loved to bring out early in the game to really get these early leads. But yeah, Taconic just suffocating defense, hasn't allowed much of anything for Westfield, and you know, the chances Westfield has taken just haven't been able to fall. Their only points coming off of free throws, so lots of work to do for Westfield, but Taconic is pushing the gas to the floor.
They certainly are. Cesar Santos has been an absolute driving factor for the Thunder. I mean, at this point, we'll see how much he even ends up playing in this game. It looks like they're going to give the bench a lot of time, as they should, up by 22 right now, but still plenty of game left to go. Mario Tinsley has not come back into the game for Westfield since he went down with an injury earlier, and a traveling violation called on Murphy. Sorry, make that Quentin Christopher.
Tinsley still on the bench there. Looks like he's still favoring that left ankle.
Moore, step back jumper. No good, too long. Rebound by Harewood. Christopher moving the ball up the floor. Now Nate Reynolds gets it into Boa. Martin Boa gets fouled. He'll shoot 2.
Good start for Boa, 4 points. Another trip to the line. Well, his first, that is. So, more
very
points.
Aggressive on the boards as well.
Certainly.
As Boa misses his first free throw.
He has 3 rebounds already.
7:28 remaining in the first half. And misses both, and an impressive rebound by Eddington. Eddington with a nice pass inside. Beautiful find inside to Jason Felix for 2. And the first field goal of the game comes in the second quarter for Westfield. Now responding is Taconic, but they can't get the layup to go. Now the layup for Westfield does not fall.
It's a good rebound by Eddington on the other side to create this, what is the second rush now for Westfield after their first field goal.
That was Antonio Adams not able to get that layup to fall in transition. So under 7 minutes left in the half. Just one field goal for Westfield. Sanchez Now Adams. Adams finds Sanchez again. He'll drive and put up a wild shot. No good off the back rim. And guess who? It's Martin Boa with the rebound.
Make that 4. But a good look for Sanchez there. Just wasn't able to get it to fall.
And that ball dribbled out of bounds. Christopher couldn't handle it. And it's the Bombers' possession.
So far, a good response by Westfield going into the second quarter, but still have a lot of work to do being down 20.
Moore out to Adams. Thought about a 3, now taking it inside. Kick outside to Felix. Felix mid-range, no good.
Just another good look, wasn't able to make it fall.
3-point attempt from Harewood. He's got one already. That one too long, hit the weight room this morning. And the floater is short as well. Eddington. And they're going to call a blocking foul on Murphy, who thought he was set, may have drawn it, thought he drew a charge, but does not get the call.
And half court, kind of unnecessary in a 20-point game there. He took a hard contact because of it, and Westfield able to inbound and able to regroup.
As right now, Taconic trying to sort out their substitutions, and they do. Eddington, ball handling. Top of the key, gets it to Moore. Moore trying to take it inside, gets double teamed, and then gets fouled on the shot. He'll shoot 2. John, Taconic is doing a really nice job of allowing absolutely nothing in the paint. It feels like every time someone tries to take a shot in the paint, they're double, triple, quadruple teamed.
Yeah, really, it's just, like I said, that suffocating defense that we've seen all game, and Westfield is suffering because of it. Getting points in the paint is necessary if a team is going to win a basketball game, especially in high school, and Taconic not allowing it to happen.
So Moore's second free throw is up, also no good, so he goes 0 for 2. And it's Taconic. Matervich, corner 3 for Sistrunk. Make that Santos, no good. And Antonio Adams may have gotten hit in the eye. No foul called, but it will be Westfield ball.
Westfield's had numerous opportunities to cut into this lead. While Taconic has played good defense, Westfield has gotten a couple looks in the half.
The layup attempt does not fall for Adams. And going the other way. Out of bounds. Sistrunk over to Boa. Boa thinking about a shot, but passes it up to Harewood. Now it's Sistrunk into Matervich. Matervich fakes it, puts it up, no good, but he traveled before he got the shot up.
Bit of a, perhaps a harsh call there. Matervich only 3 points on the day so far. And he averaged 8.1 last season.
Well, Westfield still hasn't gotten their offense going, but at least their defense has settled in. Have yet to give up a point in the second quarter, just 2-0. Over 3 minutes into the quarter. And as we get a timeout here, just a reminder that this broadcast of the Pioneer Valley Tip-Off presented by Oakview Group and our live broadcast is sponsored by the Valley Blue Sox. Blue Sox are a premier summer baseball team competing in the New England Collegiate Baseball League with over 75 MLB draft picks. The Blue Sox have been one of the go-to spots for collegiate baseball players with eyes on the next level. Come out next summer to Mackenzie Stadium in Holyoke, Massachusetts to catch the Blue Sox live. And a special thanks to them for providing us with the much of the equipment necessary to do this broadcast. So thank you to the Blue Sox. Make sure to go check them out this summer. 24-4 is the lead for Taconic. If you're just tuning in, this is the 5th game of the Pioneer Valley tip-off. We've still got 2 more after this. Josh Schreiber here alongside John Ruggiero.
If you're just joining us, you've missed a lot. You missed a near triple-double by Kiana Summers in the last game for Pittsfield. Now a 20-point lead for Taconic. Lots of great action here in the PVTO tip-off. We're happy to put on the first ever broadcasts of this tournament.
So Westfield inbounds. Taconic laying off them for now in the press, and that pass knocked away. Santos comes away with it. However, Matervich stepped out of bounds before being able to save it, so the Bombers will get another possession.
And the ref was right on that call to our left on the near side. Matervich almost completed the steal.
Inbounding is Patrick Moore, finding Oliva. Eddington organizing the offense with Santos guarding him. Eddington crosses over, takes a jump shot, but he traveled. Just kind of shuffled those feet a little bit, couldn't quite stop on a dime.
Eddington's used to running. He's a running back for Westfield's football team. Scored 4 touchdowns this past season, 647 yards. So Eddington, a big guy, unfortunate travel there. Westfield with the ball now.
Eddington, a senior. Delgado over to Oliva. Floor spacing not really sorted out right now. Oliva has to pass it away before getting trapped, and then Patrick Moore threw it right to Sistrunk. Sistrunk in transition, left-handed layup, does not go, and it's a charging foul called. Nice job by Antonio Adams to get set and draw that foul.
Yeah, great job to take the charge. He sure paid for it. Hard contact on the floor.
Eddington and Oliva got to hurry up to get this one over, and they do. It's Antonio Adams into Delgado. Delgado pump fakes and puts it in for 2. Back on the board is Westfield. Now the full court pass to Boa. His lay-in falls. On this special football Saturday, we've got some long bombs. Patrick Moore's jump shot. He hits it. That's a 3-pointer. And all of a sudden, we've got a burst of offense. 26-9, Taconic with the lead, and another football pass, and maybe a little bit excited there was Sistrunk, who launched that one into the stands.
We've mentioned football a lot. Sistrunk not on the football team, perhaps trying to try out there. A little overzealous on that one.
Taconic still bringing out that full court press, and it's really confusing Westfield, but they do break it eventually. Oliva for 3, no good, back rim. And Taconic started to push in transition. They'll slow it down now. Sistrunk over to Santos. The dynamic backcourt has been held quiet this quarter. Harewood thought about a 3, passes it up to Matervich. Matervich by the charity stripe. Now it's a 3 from Sistrunk, who went down. Matervich with the rebound, puts it in for 2.
Matervich with the steal. That was fully in the hands of Delgado. Ripped it away from him. Got the 2 points. What a play.
That full court pressure has really been successful as Patrick Moore got blocked on his floater.
Great block by Boa.
Now Matervich, no good. Boa with the follow, no good as well, and Patrick Moore comes away with it. Patrick Moore has just 3 points so far. He is their second leading scorer. Their leading scorer, Mario Tinsley, has not been in the game since he came out with an injury early on in the first quarter as Adams misses the floater. Sistrunk in transition, left-handed finish, falls, contested shot by Sistrunk.
Scored 15 in the last game and only 6 so far for Sistrunk.
30-9 is the lead as Delgado gets blocked. Now it's Adams for three, front rim. Rebound by Oliva. Oliva puts up a shot, no good, off the bank and rolls around the rim.
Boa with a block and a rebound in the same possession.
Matervich gets hacked on the shot, shooting 2 at the line coming up.
Matervich turning it up here in the second quarter. 5 points so far, 4 rebounds, looking to add to it.
So as 2 subs get ready to come in for Westfield, it's Bargatti and Jaden Gibbs for the first time. And for Taconic, Kyle McGrath checks back in. The junior is the tallest player on the court right now. Also Andrew Pepra in for the first time.
Boa took a seat, 6 points, 5 rebounds. Good start so far for him.
Yeah, on pace for a double-double. Oliva over to Sanchez, into Moore. Moore tries to find Gibbs inside, and it's Sistrunk in transition off the steal. He gets fouled on the shot. He'll get 2 of his own.
Good foul by Oliva, make Sistrunk work for the 2 points. Nearing the end of this first half, Westfield has turned it up, but Taconic still not done with their scoring.
Sistrunk swishes in the first free throw. Sistrunk and Santos and Boa. And you can throw Matervich in there as well. They have been unstoppable. And both free throws fall.
8 points for Sistrunk and a great first half.
Bargatti into Moore. Over to Oliva, who can't handle it. Ends up grabbing it off the deck. And they keep the possession alive. 17 seconds separating the shot in game clock. 30 seconds left in the first half. Ball on the ground. And again, Westfield comes away with a deep 3 by Sanchez. He can't hit.
Deep 3. With still time remaining on the shot clock.
Taconic should likely hold for final shot with now 10 seconds left in the half. Pass inside, they'll bring it back out. Sistrunk, open 3, college range, no good, rims out. And that will do it for the first half. Taconic with a convincing lead, 33-9, and they're looking to get back in the wins column after a tough season opener, but they're already approaching their team total from that game.
Yeah, they sure are, Josh. Scored around 40 points in their first game. Already have 33, holding Westfield to single digits in the entire first half. So a great performance so far by the Thunder, led by Sistrunk, Boa, and Matervich. They're looking good going into the second half.
So we'll take a break for halftime. When we come back, it'll be the second half of play. You're watching the Pioneer Valley Tip-Off. second half of play coming up momentarily, but before we get the half going, Jarmal Sistrunk has been, he was our player to watch coming into the game, and this half he has been very impressive to watch, as you see there on your screen. 8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and also has a steal to his name, but really the defensive effort doesn't just show the steals. What he's doing on the front end is leading to steals from guys like Matervich and Harewood and Santos on the back end, and Sistrunk and Santos specifically have really been a very strong backcourt duo.
Well, they sure have. We had a little bit of trouble discussing who we would put on the graphic during halftime.
Right.
As we chose Sistrunk, as he is the leading scorer, but really it's been such a collective effort. You mentioned Harewood, you mentioned Santos, you mentioned Matervich, all, and even Boa, all with 6 points or more. So offensive effort, defensive effort coming together for Taconic. Great effort so far on both sides of the floor.
Also of note, Westfield did not take any warm-ups coming out. They literally just got on the court as we came live. I wonder, maybe that's a conversation in the locker room or what that is. So
can only speculate.
So Westfield will start with the basketball, down 33-9. Felt like they started to get things sorted out, at least on the defensive end, in the second quarter. Let's see if they can combine that with some offense, as on cue they turn the ball over. Matervich behind the back, left-handed layup, can't get it to fall. That would have been a highlight reel play.
Probably the play of the showcase.
Yeah.
Behind the back, up to the rim, just couldn't get it to fall. Nonetheless, a great play.
So we've got another press with Sistrunk, Matervich, and Santos. And Matervich, off of the steal, puts it up and in, and the harm. He'll shoot one at the line, and that was Jarmal Sistrunk forcing the steal. Matervich coming away with it and putting it in.
That could be up there for play of the game as well. Incredible shot on the foul.
So Matervich makes his free throw, converting the three-point play. And then on the defensive end, knocks it away. But it will still be Bomber ball.
Matervich now leads the team in scoring with 9.
He's got 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 steals. And now Sistrunk with another steal. He lays it in for 2, and that's his second steal of the half.
Double digits, 10 points for Sistrunk.
And now it's Delgado putting it up and missing. Now Matervich cherry picking a bit, lays it in for 2.
Make that double digits for Matervich. On cue with Sistrunk.
And then a cross-court pass to Eddington. Adams for 3, no good. Rebound by Patrick Moore. Moore puts up a shot and gets swatted. On the other end is Sistrunk, who lays it in for 2. Great block to start that off by Kyle McGrath. The tall junior stands around 6'4". And Eddington gets fouled and gets the and one.
Much needed pick-me-up play there for Westfield. Their 11th point. Looking for 12. Eddington's first points of the game.
Colin Cusack checks into the game for the first time today. Eddington's and one free throw is converted.
Westfield trying the same full court press, not working for them.
Matervich, his floater does not fall, and Eddington in transition, trying not to trip, and then turns it over. Sistrunk with his 3rd steal in the past 2 minutes. And then McGrath putting it in for 2.
McGrath, his first points. Scoring by committee by Taconic.
Adams to Eddington, who gets it stolen away. Matervich just seems to be all alone every single time in transition. Really good at leaking out. And puts it in for his 11th points of the game. 46-12.
It's been the Matervich and Sistrunk show here in the second half. Not even 3 minutes in, both have brought their scoring numbers to above 10. 13 for Matervich, 12 for Sistrunk. A great performance by the two seniors.
And a 34-point lead for Taconic as they have scored 13 points in the first 2.5 minutes of this quarter. It has been an impressive showing as Westfield just doesn't seem like they're clicking at all in this third quarter, already giving up more points this quarter than they did all of the second. There's still plenty of time to go.
It's just been a struggle for Westfield. I mean, I would say we expected it with Taconic being historically a good team, at least last year, and of course, not many returners for the Thunder, but what is returning is the dominant play. And also against Westfield as well. This happened a lot last year. I think they played 2 different games, and Taconic won both of them, so it looks like that's what's going to happen again.
So it's the point guard Sanchez over to Adams. Antonio Adams has 4 fouls already, but still in the game. Back to Sanchez, and that is a 10-second violation.
It felt like a quick 10 seconds.
It did, but when you look at the shot clock, it was at 24, so.
Yes.
Well, you're right. It feels like they've gotten, that's been about how long it's taken them to get it past half court all game.
I wonder how close they were before.
Right. As Adams almost ran through Harewood, and now Sistrunk for 3 off the front iron. Sanchez tracking down that pass, misses the layup, and Harewood the other way. Harewood into Matervich, who traveled.
Adams with a little bit of a shoulder check on the last Westfield possession. There is ice under the wood here at the Mullins Center, but we're not playing hockey.
And Mario Tinsley still has not checked into the game. Looks like he's got some sort of ice wrap around his left ankle. Imagine they wouldn't risk putting him into this game at any point. Eddington taking it up, finds his man inside, blocked by Boa. He swatted Jason Felix, and then Noah Delgado on the other end gets a chase down block.
What a block. Football wide receiver in his own right. Also a outdoor track player. Showed his speed in his jumping ability on that play. Incredible block.
Sanchez trying to break the press, stolen by Sistrunk again.
Gets another 2 points. Up to 14 now for the senior. Almost another steal there.
Now Eddington does break the press, taking it inside, and gets fouled on a circus layup attempt.
Tried the underhand on that one.
It's kind of like an underhand over the shoulder, falling down to the ground. And they're not going to call it a shooting foul.
Interesting.
Sanchez out to Felix. Sanchez, corner 3, no good. Sistrunk in transition, no look pass to Matervich, who can't finish the layup. And stolen by Santos. Santos all the way, he misses. Sistrunk with the board, puts it in for 2.
Westfield is forced to make those long go-ahead passes because of the full court press, but it just seems every time they make one, oh, never mind.
And then Delgado lays it in.
Just going to say, every time they make a long pass, it seems to get intercepted. Not that time, Delgado. Some more points for him.
It feels like every time Westfield is scoring, it's been when they're able to break the press and they just have a one-on-one or something like that, as we're going to get an offensive foul called on Taconic. That'll be on number 33, Luke Murphy.
He thought that would have been an and one. They called it on the senior.
Felix back to Sanchez. Sanchez weaving through defenders over to Felix. Felix, tough layup, finishes with confidence.
What a finish by the freshman.
Now Taconic struggling a little bit to break the press. It's finally Matervich taking it in himself, gets it knocked out of his hands, and it's Harewood.
Nathan Martin's shouting at the referees for a 10-second violation.
Pull-up jumper from Harewood off the back rim. And rebounded by Cusack. Westfield into their offense. 2:20 left in the third quarter. Back to Sanchez, behind the back, step back, now taking it inside. And he loses the ball. And blocked by Delgado. Harewood with the rebound. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound by Harewood. He puts it up, no good. And Sanchez finishes in transition.
Sanchez, he's been on the floor most of the game. Those are his first points. Well-deserved.
And that will be a traveling violation called on Taconic. That was Nate Reynolds who picked it up momentarily and then tried to dribble again, so could have been a double dribble as well.
Yeah, but Westfield, it's been a tough game for them. Over a 30-point lead for Taconic, but you know, they're still fighting. They're not giving up yet.
Jaden Sanchez misses the mid-range jumper in the corner. And rebounded by Taconic. That was Nick Berkeley, the junior, into the game for the first time. Bench players all in the game now for Taconic. The Thunder working on offense. Trying to get this second and third unit settled in. Murphy. And a tough finish, no good. Rebounded by the Thunder. And another tough finish attempt.
A couple good looks there, one for Reynolds, one for Pepra. Wasn't able to fall. Under a minute to go in the third.
We've seen Pepra and Reynolds a little bit as the basketball comes right to us. I'll throw it over to the official.
Had to be ready for that one.
That one went right into our crowd mic. Oh. And a backcourt violation by Oliva, who caught the ball just barely over the half-court line.
Yeah, that's a tough turnover right there. You have to know where you are on the floor. Taconic will be able to get the final shot of the quarter if they choose.
20 seconds left in the third quarter. Reynolds back over to Pepra. Pepra now dribbling inside. Bounce pass does not find Murphy. And there will be no shot attempt as we are 8 minutes away from completing this game. 50-18 is the score in what has become a rout for the reigning state champions, the Taconic Thunder.
They don't call them the state champions for nothing, and that's showing right here. Just incredible performances all around. Elijah Harewood, Sistrunk, Matervich, Santos, all in the mix. Martin Boa. There's too many players to name, and it's, I mean, well, the majority has been Sistrunk and Matervich. The Thunder have seen other players step up as well.
Yeah, they have it. When you look at, I mean, Westfield, you got to give them credit for trying to stay in this game when their star player went down with an injury just minutes into the game. And he has not returned, and it looks like his jersey might even be off at this point, as he's got a ice wrap on that left ankle. And just a reminder, this Pioneer Valley tip-off is presented by the Oakview Group, and our live broadcast is sponsored by the Valley Blue Sox. The Valley Blue Sox are a premier summer baseball team competing in the New England Collegiate Baseball League. With over 75 MLB draft picks, the Blue Sox have been one of the go-to spots for collegiate baseball players with eyes on the next level. Come out next summer to Mackenzie Stadium in Holyoke, Massachusetts to catch the Blue Sox live. Taconic with the ball. They've got their starters back into the game. It's Sistrunk for three, no good. Has not been able to find that three-point stroke. However, it feels like he's been able to do everything else.
Yeah, Sistrunk 0 for 3 on three-pointers, but hasn't been a problem for him today.
Dribbling inside is Bargatti, who gets called for the travel. And Taconic now 7:20 to play with still a big lead. Santos finding McGrath over to Sistrunk. Matervich into Boa. Boa for two. Great ball movement by the Thunder to finish that play off.
Boa with 8 points now, approaching a double-double.
Matervich with the steal, gets it up to Sistrunk. Sistrunk dribbling inside, tries to hand it off to McGrath. He finds him for two.
McGrath 4 points on the day for the junior.
Now Delgado with a tough finish, can't put it in. Westfield trying to find anything offensively. Matervich into McGrath, finishing the layup.
4 points in the last two possessions. Kyle McGrath heating up.
Westfield swinging the ball around, and McGrath with the steal. Santos gets fouled on his way to the hoop, but it will be on the floor. He was not shooting yet, and a good foul.
Yeah, good one by Jason Felix. Not allowing the shot attempt. But Westfield just too lackadaisical, breaking out of their own half court. That's been the problem all day.
McGrath into Matervich. Matervich to Boa. And this starting unit, when they've been on the floor, have been just completely dominant.
They sure have. Make that 10 points for Boa. If he gets 3 more rebounds, he'll have that double-double.
Now it's Oliva. His shot misses. Gibbs had the rebound, but then collided with his own teammate. It's Sistrunk in transition. He lays it in.
$16 points for Sistrunk. Cannot say enough about his play today.
No, he has been very, very good. They've extended their lead up over 40 as Gibbs inside, no good. And now it's Santos who will, I thought he'd slow it down, and then kicks it to Matervich, who hits it off the side of the backboard. A rebound by McGrath, who's in a nice spot, and he lays it in.
All of a sudden, McGrath has 8 points.
McGrath has 8 points, and Taconic as a whole has 19 steals. Deep three by Cusack. No good. Rebound by Felix. 4:30 left in the game. Over to Cusack. Inside Oliva. Turnaround jumper, no good. Another rebound, that time by Cusack. I apologize. It was actually Bargotti originally. It was Cusack that finished that.
First 2 points for Cusack, the kicker of the football team.
Oh, I feel like you don't normally see that with basketball players, as Sistrunk rims out on the 3-point attempt. That one went all the way around the rim before falling out. And more substitutions for the Bombers.
I wonder if they'll credit Boa on a rebound after that shot. It would be his 8th.
Sistrunk's 3, no good off the back rim. And it's McGrath again with the offensive board, putting it in for 2.
10 points for McGrath. Pretty sure all points came in the second half.
So with this timeout, we'll take a quick break, but we'll be right back here on the Pioneer Valley Tip-Offs broadcast. Welcome back to the Pioneer Valley Tip-Off. We're in the home stretch of game number 5 with 2 more after this. Gameplay started at 9 a.m. will go all the way until at least 10:30.
Shout out to all the staff members of the PVTO.
As Westfield turns it over in their own backcourt. And Noah Delgado almost knocks it away. Noah Delgado was kind of trying to get his team fired up a little bit. Knows they're down 44, but playing for pride at this point. Trying to figure out the offense and the defense this early on in the season. Obviously still plenty of time left.
Yeah, I mean,
left in the season, I should say.
Season's young. They have a win on the year, so while this won't help the Spirits, a lot of games left to play.
And Taconic is historically a very, very good team, so Westfield will not be playing Taconic all season long. That one passed up, and Taconic taking it. 3.5 minutes to play in this game. Reynolds. And the shot, they hit it. Evan Roccabruna, the freshman, and now he gets a steal on the other end. Roccabruna over to Pepra, and an offensive rebound. Christopher for 3, no good. Roccabruna, his shot, no good, left rim. And another offensive rebound by DeWitt. Roccabruna misses the 3 this time, and the freshmen are firing right now. The 2 freshmen, Camaris, DeWitt, and Evan Roccabruna both in the game, number 34 and number 43.
You know, when you're a freshman on a team full of upperclassmen, you'll take any chance you get to make an impact. Roccabruna gets some points on the board.
As the starters for Taconic all out of the game, have their warm-ups back on. Just get to enjoy their underclassmen teammates, trying to put on a little bit of a show here at the Mullins Center. It's been a great day of basketball all around. Towns all over the Pioneer Valley. Coming to get some experience in what is a big gym even for a college, especially a mid-major. I'm pretty sure this is the biggest gym in the Hockey East for hockey specifically, which would make you think it's one of the biggest basketball gyms in the Northeast as well. Inbounds play, it's Roccabruna over to Reynolds. Reynolds fakes the pass, now does give it to Pepra. Pepra's shot banks it home. That was a long two. 69-20.
Pepper out there with the freshman.
And playing some stellar defense right now. Behind the shoulder pass. Finds Cusack, but he can't hit the shot. And now it's Reynolds. Roccabruna, we know, not afraid to fire. Over to Christopher, back to Pepra. Pepra gets a screen, kicks it to DeWitt. DeWitt's three misses, and it's Sanchez with the board. The freshman Sanchez now able to play with some freshman counterparts.
Kudos to him. He's been out there all game, and he hasn't given up at all.
And a little bit of a flashy pass, trying to have some fun. Minute 45 left. Sanchez crossover into the lane. Left-handed layup, no good. And going the other way. (69-20) is the score. It's a 49-point lead for the Taconic Thunder. Closing in on a final score, Taconic will move to 1-1 on the year. Westfield 1-2. And now Westfield trying to move in transition before turning it right over. Pepra this time got fouled. Maybe a bit of a bailout call there.
Pepper just took that right out of the hands of the Westfield player.
He did. That was Owen Ouimet into the game for the first time. As is now number 24, who we do not have on our roster. Pepra with the offensive rebound gets fouled.
24 for Westfield. Yeah, don't have him. Mystery man.
We may never know. Wonder if maybe it's a situation where you got 24 in the home jersey and something else on the away jersey. Who knows? The three-point attempt from Roccabruna is no good. Sanchez moving quickly, dishes it back to number 24, who misses the shot. Westfield still with the ball. Ouimet for three. No good. And the defensive rebound secured by Taconic. Under 40 seconds left. Spin move by DeWitt, who can't finish. And he got his teammates on the bench fired up for a moment, thinking that might go in. Saw Cesar Santos get up on his feet. And stolen away by Roccabruna. And he traveled.
Just couldn't get his feet set, stepping up on that pass.
Has been some impressive defensive play, though, even from this group of players for Taconic.
Talked a little bit about football. A lot of interceptions happening.
And a foul called now.
Taconic doesn't want to go home.
No, they don't. I can't blame them. Nice to play on Jack Lehman court, as almost had a backcourt violation. In transition is Taconic and another foul.
Nick Berkeley running up the court there, cross-country runner himself. He'll shoot at the line.
Berkeley, a junior. These 2 free throws should just about wrap up this game. Misses the first. And the second does not fall either. 4 seconds left. We'll see if Westfield can get a shot up. They do, and no good. So that will conclude this game of the Pioneer Valley tip-off. Taconic with a pretty easy 69-20 victory over Westfield. They maintain their dominance over the Bombers, for now at least. But thank you so much for tuning into this broadcast. Stay tuned. In 42 minutes, it says on the clock, we will have game number 6 coming up. Thank you for tuning in to the Pioneer Valley Tip-Off.